Can we forecast economic shifts from demand shocks? Imagine trying to predict a sudden change in the weather before it happens. That's similar to forecasting economic shifts caused by demand shocks. These shocks are unexpected events that suddenly change how much people and businesses want to buy. They can make the economy grow faster or slow down unexpectedly. A demand shock happens when something causes a big change in overall demand for goods and services. If demand suddenly increases, businesses sell more, hire more workers, and prices might go up. This is called a positive demand shock. If demand drops suddenly, businesses sell less, lay off workers, and prices might fall. This is a negative demand shock. Forecasting these shifts depends on understanding where the shock comes from. Demand shocks can come from many sources. For example, if consumers suddenly feel more confident, they spend more money. Or if the government decides to spend more on infrastructure, that boosts demand. External events like a rise or fall in exports also cause demand shocks. To predict what might happen next, economists watch key indicators. If consumer spending jumps suddenly, it might signal a positive demand shock. If investment in factories drops sharply, it could mean a negative shock is on the way. These signals help economists guess how the economy might change. But predicting demand shocks is not simple. The size of the shock matters. A small increase or decrease might have little effect. A big shock can cause rapid changes in output and employment. How long the shock lasts also makes a difference. Short shocks might only cause temporary changes, while long-lasting shocks can shift the entire business cycle. Supply conditions also influence how demand shocks affect the economy. If supply is limited, a demand increase might push prices higher instead of increasing output. Expectations about inflation can change how people react to demand shocks. If people expect prices to rise, they might buy more now, making the shock bigger. The multiplier effect is another factor. When demand increases, it can lead to more income and spending, amplifying the initial change. This makes forecasting more complicated but also more important for policymakers. Central banks and governments use these forecasts to decide how to act. They might lower interest rates or increase spending to counteract negative shocks or cool down an overheated economy after positive shocks. In the end, predicting economic shifts from demand shocks is possible but tricky. It requires careful analysis of the source, size, and duration of the shock. Combining data on demand components with models that include supply and expectations helps economists make better guesses. While no forecast is perfect, understanding demand shocks helps policymakers prepare for what's ahead and keep the economy stable.